Hey ladies, here we are 3 days before our next 21-day Slim Down to Summer accountability group starts, and I'm super excited because June is actually about 3 weeks away. So I feel like this group is coming up at the perfect time. I know for me personally, just because summer means getting into shorts and wearing those tank tops and putting on the swimsuit. So while part of this journey is about feeling comfortable in your own skin, it's not all about the physical appearance. But most of us do see the physical changes that we want to see over time. So I just want to encourage you to stick with it. If this is a continuous group for you, if you've been in my groups before, you know that from start to finish you will see results. Some of those results are a change in the scale, which you were looking for. And for others of you, you've noticed changes just in your confidence and how you feel. So definitely keep pushing forward. You guys are amazing and you encourage and inspire me every day. And I know that you're encouraging and inspiring others out there too. So keep up the good work. So I just want to kind of give you the encouragement to push hard through these next 3 weeks. Get those workouts in, get the Shakeology in. Try some new recipes with summer coming up. That's always fun because we can get the grill out and do meats and vegetables that way. So hopefully that'll kind of change things up for you a little bit, and hopefully you'll see some new recipes come through on the site too from us as coaches. So before we get started, we're gonna have a couple of refreshing things these next couple days for you people who have been in the group before. So reading these posts, if it seems a little bit redundant, sorry about that. We got to catch everyone up to the same point and get everyone caught up to speed and make sure that they feel comfortable with meal planning and meal prepping. So I just wanted to briefly go over that, as planning and prepping is one of the biggest parts of our success. I've realized if I don't prep, if I don't plan out things, I'm really just preparing myself to fail. So what you want to do is take that 20 or 30 minutes, or at first it might take you a full hour to prep or to plan your meals for the week. But I just want you to know that hour is so worth it, because it's going to make the rest of your week easier and it's going to keep you on track. So make sure you do that. When it comes to actual meal planning, what I find is easiest for myself, everyone might have a different technique here, but one of my favorite things to do is get a blank sheet of paper and I just write out the days of the week, Monday through Sunday, and I go through and select 7 recipes that I'm gonna make for dinner. Now for dinners, I typically make a bigger batch so we can use those for leftovers for lunch. And then I'll usually add a few other things in, sprouted whole grain breads, or Ezekiel bread, and you can make sandwiches out of that if you need to for lunch, if you need some fillers. Other things are like a loaded salad makes a great lunch option. You can throw like some chicken on it and load it up with vegetables, and I like to use olive oil or even vinegar for dressing, or salsa, or even guacamole is a great add-in for a dressing. So just some healthy options for you. As far as breakfast, some easy things are eggs are great if you like eggs and can have eggs. A lot of us will do these egg muffin dishes, and you can actually put them into the little muffin tins and load them up with vegetables. You can put a little bit of cheese in there, and those actually reheat fantastic. So that's something that you can prep over the weekend, and I'll try to throw that recipe out here too for you. But you can prep them over the weekend so that you can just reheat them every morning, and then you're getting a good start to your day. If you're a person that goes off to work and you're in a hurry, or you work out in the morning, you could always have Shakeology for breakfast. Some of us use it as a meal replacement. Others of us actually use the Shakeology as like a snack or a post-workout recovery drink. So either way, just kind of put that in there if you're counting your containers day by day, which if you're just starting this program, I highly, highly suggest that, because that's going to make sure that you get the success that you want. But if you've been doing this journey for a while, you kind of have a feel for what you need to eat each day. So if you're not using the containers every day because you've been at this for a while, that's totally fine. But just remember that Shakeology counts into that. It's like one red container, and that's all explained in the packet of information that you got with your challenge pack. So just kind of a few tidbits on that. Back to actual meal planning. So once I kind of make out the list for the week, I go through all the recipes and I basically just write down what we don't already have in the kitchen. So sometimes with chicken and stuff, I stock up ahead of time in the freezer. So that stuff, if it's already in my freezer, then I won't have to write that on the list for that week. A lot of spices and seasonings are already in my house. So when I go grocery shopping, a lot of it's focusing on fruits, vegetables, if we need some bread, that kind of a thing. So the other thing is when you're grocery shopping, a little tidbit here is you want to stay to the outside perimeters of the store. That's where your eggs are, your dairy products, meats, fruits, vegetables. Those are all the whole foods that you want to focus on. When you're grocery shopping, a lot of the stuff that's not in the refrigerated section is processed foods. So, and from time to time, you have to get certain things from those areas, but majority of your stuff, you want it to fall in the outside perimeters of the grocery store. That's when you know that you are staying on track. So I hope this little intro is helpful over the next couple days. Make sure you check into our group because we'll be posting some helpful tidbits before we get started. But again, the biggest success that you're going to have is going to come from taking that hour to meal plan your whole week. And then a lot of times on like a Sunday afternoon, if I have a little bit of time, I'll meal prep what can be prepped ahead of time for the week. And that just makes sure that we stay on track because most of us in here live busy, crazy lives. And if we don't take the time to make sure it happens, it doesn't. So I just want to encourage you to do that step. And then throughout the week, check in with us. Let us know how you're doing. If you have a question or concern with something, or maybe you want to make a recipe, but you need a substitute for something, make sure you shout out on that because all of us have, us that have been at this for a while, we probably have good substitutions for you to use. And then just make sure you log your Shakeology every day and log your workout. In doing those things are going to keep you moving forward. It's going to build encouragement in the team and a lot of motivation. And if you have other helpful tidbits or things that you found helpful for you, recipes that you've enjoyed, snapping a picture of what you had for lunch or breakfast, make sure you post some of that stuff. Because the whole purpose of this group is to keep people accountable and to build a sense of community, because we know that with support and community, we can do so much more than what we can do by ourselves. So I'm so excited for all of you to be on this journey with us. I thank you on behalf of all the coaches in here. There's going to be a couple of us in here posting this month. It's going to be a lot of fun. But I want to thank you for basically trusting us as coaches to inspire you. And we just really appreciate that you have confidence in us and that you're joining us in this journey. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I hope you, most of all, learn a lot. I hope you get the physical results that you want to see, but deep down, I hope that those changes actually start on the inside and you feel the confidence that you want to feel and that energy comes back around. So most of all, reach out if you have questions. Let's make it an awesome 3 weeks and make it a great day. Thanks, guys.